Okay, so today we're still using slope-intercept form. We want to figure out how we can find the equation of a line that passes through 2 points and neither of them is the y-intercept. So I want to use what I know to find what I don't know. Use what I know to find what I don't know. It's written on the screen. Okay, so this wants me to write the equation in slope-intercept form of the line that passes through the points -1, -2, and 3, 4. So what do I need to first find here? The slope. Yes. Remember, our slope formula is m equals y2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to rewrite my points. And then I want to label my first set. I'm going to label x1, y1. Because remember, our points are always xy. So this is my first set of points, is what the little ones mean. And my second one, I'm going to label x2, y2. That's just telling me those are my second points. So plugging into my slope formula, what's my y2? Try again, you're close. 4. What's my y1? -2. So I have minus -2 because I have the minus from the formula and the negative from the 2. Yeah, I'll do that in the next step. And then, what do I have on the bottom? What's my x2? Yeah?
3.
And then my x1?
-1.
-1. So when I have double negatives, what is that really? So I really have 4 plus 2 on the top and 3 plus 1 on the bottom. Okay, what's 4 plus 2?
6.
And 3 plus 1?
4.
Okay, I want to go ahead and simplify this. So I want to check to make sure this isn't already, simplified. So I'm going to go 6 divided by 4 on my calculator. It gives me a decimal, and I want to turn this back into a fraction. So I'm going to press this math button, which is under alpha. My first choice is FRAC. That's going to turn it into a fraction. I press enter twice, and it simplifies it for me. So this is really 3 halves. Okay, so when I'm working with equations of the line, I like having fractions to do my slope. It makes it a little easier. Because remember, the top numbers rise and the bottom numbers are run. So then step 2, well, questions on finding my slope. Okay, so step 2 is to use the slope and 1 point to find the y-intercepts. I know, typo. Okay. So my slope is 3 halves. And I'm always going to use the first point I had, so the -1, -2. That's going to be my xy when I plug into my regular slope formula. So for this one, I'm plugging into y equals mx plus b. So instead of y and x, I'm going to replace those with these numbers. So I'm going to have -2 equals my m is 3 halves, my b is -1. I mean, my x is -1. My b is what I'm solving for. That's my other class. Okay, so what's -1 times 3 halves? That is -3 halves. and I still am adding b. Then what do I want to do next? How do I get b alone?
Add 3 halves both sides.
Okay, so I want to, on my calculator, -2 plus 3 halves. It gives me a decimal, so I'm going to go math, fraction, which turns it into -1/2. Okay, so have I written my new equation yet? No, so I want to substitute my slope and y-intercept into the equation. What was my slope again? And my y-intercept? Okay, so then I'm going to plug it into this green equation I have right here. So that's going to be y equals 3 halves x minus 1/2.
There.
So this says she received a gift card for her local coffee shop. Every time she goes to the shop, she gets a medium coffee. The graph shows the gift card balance. You too, go back to your desk. At every 2 points. How can Allie determine the number of medium coffees she can buy with the gift card if she does not know the original value of the gift card? So the first thing I want to do is I want to interpret the meaning of the 2 points. So 219.7, it means after buying 2 coffees, Allie has 1970 on the gift card. It's asking me what this point means. After 2 coffees, Allie has 1970 left on the gift card. Okay, so then what do you think the next one means? Before 14.4. Yeah?
After 4 coffees, she has 14.4.
Yep.
No, Nathan, no!
Guys, quiet down and copy this.
Wait, how old is your child?
Almost 5 months.
Huh? Pretty dope. What's
her name?
Carmen.
Carmen?
Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to find my slope. So I'm going to write my 2 points that I have. And I'm going to label each one x1, y1, and x2, y2. Make sure you're copying the stuff I just wrote. So then I'm going to plug into my slope formula. I'm going to have 14.4 minus 19.7 over 4 minus 2. Okay, so what's 14.4 minus 19.7? 5.3. Yeah. Okay, what's 4 minus 2? Okay, so then I want to go do negative 5.3 divided by 2 on the calculator.
Negative 2.65.
Yep, negative.
2.65.
Okay, so that is my slope.
Do you want to put that as a fraction?
No, because this one is talking about money. Okay, so this means that the balances on the card decreases by $2.65 each time Allie buys a medium coffee. Her coffees are cheap. So, in other words, medium coffees cost $2.65. Okay, so since you're talking, I assume that means you're done writing? Okay, so I want to use 1 point in my slope to find the y-intercept. So my first point was 2, 19.7, and I know my slope is negative 2.65. So this is going to be my xy when I plug into the y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to have 19.7 equals negative 2.65 times 2 plus b. Okay, so what's negative 2.65 times 2? 5.3. Okay, then what do I want to do with my negative 5.3? How do I get it away from that b? Yep, so I add 5.3 to both sides. So b equals what does b equal? 25. So what does this mean in terms of our word problem? What is that 25 representing? Yeah, dollars. It's how much was on the gift card to start.